Hello, Dr. Anand. Thanks for joining Eye on EBIS. In your presentation, you talk about the direction of ICT in Thailand for the year 2020. And it's very obvious that the ranking of ICT in Thailand is quite low, even compared to our neighbor like Singapore or Malaysia. So what do you think are the problems of the ICT in Thailand?
Okay, well, thank you very much for inviting me to this session. In fact, after some investigation, to my knowledge, the challenge of Thai ICT industry is that the first one, the macro level, the policy maker and then regulation body is not work quite seamlessly. We may need some mechanisms to try to tie up between both authority to work seamlessly.
Which are the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology and the NBTC of the National Broadcasting and Telecommunication Commissions. Are you talking about these two bodies?
Right. Both bodies very important for Thai ICT industry. They must work closely
Together.
Try to stimulate the ICT industry itself.
Is this a major problems of our country?
Not really. If they can talk closely, there will be no problem. Another challenge that I found is that the funding of the infrastructure, because Thailand is just very low penetration of broadband or infrastructure, then we need a lot of money or budget to try to invest in the infrastructure itself. And the good thing that infrastructure will enable many other related ICT business, for example, software industry, electronics industry, or IT industry. Then if we have some budget to invest in ICT infrastructure, we can boost up our ICT industry.
In your presentation, you also have mentioned the success story, particularly from South Korea, which I think not, let's say 20 or 30 years ago, Thailand and Korea are not very far away from each other in terms of ICT, but now South Korea is one of the top countries in the world. So what shall we, Thailand, learn from South Korea?
The lesson learned, the first one is that the money, the budgeting of the telecom infrastructure, they give Korea give very high priority to domestic or local manufacturer, and then local operator try to invest into the telecom infrastructure, but the budgeting come from the license fee or from the telecom operator. The birth of the new era of Korea is that they build up an independent regulatory body named Korea Telecom Authority, like NBTC of Thailand now, but they give back the license fee from operator back to operator to invest in infrastructure building.
Are you saying the Korean regulatory body, after they earn the license fee from the operator, they return the money to the private operator? Are you saying that?
Not to government.
Right.
To government to hire the telecom operator to build the infrastructure. But at the time, most are government agency.
But
in the year 1980.
But our NBTC, the National Broadcasting and Telecommunication Commission, also have now start to earn money from licensing, and they also return the money to the finance ministry, as far as I know. So is this not the same?
not the same as right now. Even they try, the NBTC try also to bridge the divide by USO, Universal Service Obligation Fund. However, it's not not enough to invest in the big infrastructure expenditure. So the money flow to Ministry of Finance should be flow back to build up the infrastructure instead to boost the ICT industry of Thailand.
Okay, I understand now. Because with the money that the NBTC sent to Finance Ministry might not have been spent on the ICT industry.
Right.
Okay. So, is Thailand adequate in terms of human resource and money to invest in ICT, which might need a lot of money?
Right, you are right. Because of ICT, we need a lot of investment. However, the money the money problem may be solved by some budget back from the Ministry of Finance. Another big challenge of Thailand is that the human resource skill of people in ICT, we should also invest in that kind of brain to build a brain pool. The success lesson from Korea, from China, from India, they success because of a lot of skilled ICT personnel.
But we also have many school, and you yourselves are now also you teach at King Mongkut University of Technology, right? So what we short of, what we still need to do in terms of building up ICT talent in the country?
We need, to my mind, I believe that we need an independent organization, autonomy to do that thing in special. Because of Thailand now depend on many institutions that may not follow the policy or the target of the country of ICT 2020 or Smart Thailand. So we need to build a body responsible for skill ICT of the people. For example, we may call it ICT Academy.
I think in the morning during the presentation by the Permanent Secretary of the MICT, he has mentioned Smart Thailand Institutes of Technology. Would that serve this purpose?
Right. It may serve my intention.
Have you ever heard of
that?
That institute?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. And so if you look at Thailand for the next, let's say, 5 or 6 years until the year 2020, what you see will be the ICT industry of this country?
Right. After we discussed about the challenge that Thailand ICT Master Plan or Policy Framework 2020 maybe have some obstacles. We need to see it arrive the target successfully. I think that we need first a special office take care of ICT industry promotion. This office may create a special zone to have a R&D, a lot of R&D center from abroad, from foreign countries, for example, from Sweden, from US, from China, from Korea, stay in that zone, but also work closely with local Thai employees or local Thai investor. Then they become look like a Thai company, and we may have a technology transfer and management skill to local Thai, and then Thailand can can have more knowledge and more innovation to do some more value added. And secondly, we need not only foreign investor, but also we need to build up a mechanism try to boost the startups, because startup very important since there are a lot of Thai graduates that we may challenge them to build own company like Hewlett Packard of
US.
Stanford in US, something like that. Then especially the company, small company for software is not need a lot big space. It's just kind of but the government have to help them, to boost them, and then software they invent we can use in Thai industry, and if successful, then we can export to other country as well.
Since you have been in this business for a long time, your former job is the CEO of TOT Public Company Limited, and now you teach at this institute. In your view, in your opinion, do you think that Thailand, the Thai people, or your student has the capacity to create ICT innovation?
Right. I believe that my university and then my student can do that, but we lack of the promotion, how to build up. As I told you, the president of the university and the dean of the school try to make in their own capacity to build up a startup network. Now we just try to make it. However, this is not a simple thing. We need support from government, try to attract big or small investor, big as a venture capital or small investor, we call angel investor, that when they come, we can build up a lot of small company by student or by interested people.
So you said that your university now is now encouraging the student to do that.
Right,
But
right.
you need kind of financial support.
Exactly. But it's challenging. But if the Thai government with the new regime would like to promote the ICT industry, this is one of the top priority of the activities to build up the network of venture capital.
Okay, I hope that with the our ICT master plan and with all the initiation by the private sector, we will soon to see our Thai people create their own ICT innovation. Okay, today I would like to thank Dr. Anund very much to join our program. Thank you very much นะครับ